Luke 19:38, saying, Blessed be the King that cometh in the name of the Lord, peace in heaven and glory in the highest. And some of the Pharisees from among the multitude said unto him, Master, rebuke thy disciples. And he answered and said unto them, I tell you that if these should hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out. And when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it, saying, If thou hast known, even thou at least in this thy day, the things which belongs unto thy peace, but now though they are hid from thine eyes. For the day shall come upon thee, and thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee around, and keep thee on every side, and shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation. And he went into the temple, and began to cast out them that sold therein, and them that bought, saying unto them, It is written, My house is a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves. He taught daily in the temple, but the chief priests and the scribes and the chief of the people sought to destroy him, and could not find what they might do, for all the people were very attentive to him. And it came to pass that on one of those days, as he taught the people in the temple and preaching the gospel, the chief priests and scribes came upon him with the elders, and spake unto him, saying, Tell us, by what authority did you do these things? Or who is he that gave thee this authority? And he answered and said unto them, I will also ask you one thing, and answer me. The baptism of John, was it from heaven or of men? And they reasoned with themselves, saying, If we shall say, From heaven, he will say, Why then believe ye him not? And if we say, O men, all the people will stone us, for they be persuaded that John was a prophet. And they answered that he could not tell whence it was. And Jesus said unto them, Neither tell I you, but what authority I do these things. They began to speak to the people this parable, and a certain man planting a vineyard and led it forth to husbandmen, and went to a far country for a long time. And at that season he sent a servant to his husbandmen, and they should give him of the fruit of the vineyard. But the husbandmen beat him, and sent him away empty. And again he sent another servant, and they beat him also, and entreated him shamefully, and sent him away empty. And again he sent a third, and they wounded him also, and cast him out. Then said the Lord of the vineyard, What shall I do? I will send my beloved. It may be they will reverence him when they see him. But when the husbandmen saw him, they reasoned among themselves, saying, This is their heir. Come, let us kill him, that the inheritance may be ours. So they cast him out the vineyard and killed him. What therefore shall the Lord of the vineyard do unto them? He shall come and destroy these husbandmen, and shall give the vineyard to others. And when they heard it, they say, God forbid. And he beheld them and said, What is it then that is written? The stone which the builders rejected, the same is become the head of the corner. Whosoever shall fall upon the stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it shall grind him to powder. And the chief priests and the scribes the same hour sought to lay hands on him, and they feared the people, and they perceived that he had spoken a parable against them. And they watched him, and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold his words, that so they might deliver him into the power and the authority of the governor. And they asked him, saying, Master, we know that thou sayest and teachest rightly, neither acceptest thou the person of any, but teachest the way of God truly. Is it lawful for us to give tribute unto Caesar, or no? But he perceived their craftiness, and said unto them, Why tempt ye me? Show with me a penny. Those image and subscription hath it. They answered and said, It was Caesar. And he said unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which is Caesar's, and unto God the things which be God's. And they could not take hold of his words, because the people and they marveled at his answer, and held their peace. Then came to him certain of the Sadducees, which deny that there is any resurrection, and they ask him, saying, Master, Moses, write unto us, if any man brothers die, having a wife, and he die without children, that his brother should take his wife, and raise up the seed unto his brother. Therefore 7 brothers, and they took a wife, and died without children. The second took her to wife, and he died childless. And the third took her in like manner, and the 7 also, and they left no children and died. Last, all the women also died. Therefore in the resurrection, whose wife of them is she? For 7 had her to wife. And Jesus answered, said unto them, the children of this world marry and are given in marriage, but they which shall be accounted worthy to obtain that world and the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage, neither can they die any more, for they are equal unto the angels, and are the children of God, being the children of the resurrection. Now that the dead are raised, even Moses showed us at the bush, when he called the Lord the God of Abraham and God of Isaac and the God of Jacob. For he is not a God of the dead, but of the living, for all live unto him. The certain of the scribes answered, saying, Master, thou hast well said. And after that thou dost not ask him any questions at all. And he said unto them, how say they that Christ is David's son? And David himself saith in the book of Psalms, the Lord said unto the Lord, sit at the right hand, thou on my right hand, till I make thine enemies thy footstool. David therefore called him Lord. He is his son. Then in the audience of all the people he said unto his disciples, beware of the scribes which desire to walk in long robes, and love greetings in the markets, and the high seats in the synagogues, and the chief rooms and feasts, which devour widows' houses, and for a show make long prayers, and the same shall receive greater damnation. And he looked upon and saw the rich man casting their gifts into the treasury, and he saw also a poor widow casting in thither 2 mites. And he said, of truth I say unto you, that this poor widow hath cast in more than they all. For all these have all their abundance cast in, from all their abundance have cast in unto the offerings of God, but she of her penury has cast in all the living that she had. And as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with goodly stones and gifts, he said, as for these things which ye beheld, the days will come in which there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be that these things shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, and say, I am Christ, and time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them, but when ye hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. And he said unto them, nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these things there shall lay their hands on you, and persecute you, delivering you up into the synagogues and to prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn you for testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts. Do not meditate before what you shall answer, for I will give you your mouth of wisdom, what all the adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And you shall be betrothed, betrayed both by parents and brethren, kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall be cast and put to death, and ye shall be hated of all men for thy name's sake, but thou shalt not a hair of your head perish. And your patience possess ye your souls. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart, and let not them that are in the countries go enter here thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are of child, to them that give suck in those days, for they shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon these people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive unto all the nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon this earth distress of nations and perplexities, the seas and the waves roaring. Men's heart failing them for fear, and for looking upon those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then they shall see the Son of Man coming in clouds with power and great glory. And when you see these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draws nigh. And he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees when they now shoot forth, you see, and you know for yourselves that the summer is now nigh at hand. So likewise ye, When you see these things come to pass, know that the kingdom is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all these be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, and so that the day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. In the days he was teaching in the temple, and at night he went out and abode in the mount, and it was called the Mount of Olives, and all the people came early in the morning to him in the temple for to hear him.